Good morning. I'm Captain Adrian Gretschman, and with me today is co-pilot Brett Payton. We are honored today to be transporting a fallen soldier and American hero who selflessly served our nation for many years. We are also honored to have the family of the fallen soldier here traveling with us. On behalf of this flight crew and all the employees of Alaska Airlines, I would like to express our gratitude and respect for their service and sacrifice. On December 7, 1941, Chief Petty Officer Richard Higgins was a 20-year-old naval radio operator at Pearl Harbor when Japanese planes dropped bombs in the harbor. During the chaos, Mr. Higgins pushed unharmed planes out of the way to prevent further damage to the remaining fleet. He spent the next 3 days working around the clock to get the planes running again. He remained in the Navy until 1959, later becoming an aeronautical engineer. Mr. Higgins spent the rest of his life ensuring that we would never forget the sacrifice that he and the other survivors made, and even more so, the sacrifice of those who perished, who he called the real heroes. I had the honor of flying Mr. Higgins and his family home from the 80th anniversary of the Pearl Harbor attacks in 2021. And today we have the distinct honor of carrying 102-year-old Chief Petty Officer Richard Higgins to his final resting place next to his beloved wife, Winnie Ruth. To his family, I thank you for sharing Gramps with us and with me. Our flight time today is 1 hour and 29 minutes, and we're expecting a smooth ride en route. The weather is, we're expecting a little bit of rain when we get into Los Angeles, probably some bumps, and so just keep your eye on the seatbelt sign, please. Thank you so much for being here today. And once again, to the family of Mr. Higgins, thank you. So, Chief Petty Officer Higgins, 2 years ago, the day after the 80th anniversary of Pearl Harbor, I had Mr. Higgins, or Chief Petty Officer Higgins, on the flight from Honolulu back to Los Angeles. And we didn't know he was coming. What happened was they bring the wheelchairs down first, and I saw this man with a garrison cap on, and I came out and thanked him for his service, and I saw the Pearl Harbor survivor on his hat. So I talked to him some more, and he was 100 years old at the time. And it was so special to have him on our flight. I thought, we need to do something special for this guy. And so when we were en route, I talked to dispatch, and we coordinated with Los Angeles and the USO and the fire department. Everybody showed up in LA and made a really, really special event. I kept in contact with the family after that. And so they let me know the week, just a few days before he passed away, that he was on his last days. And then we coordinated that I could fly this last flight with them. It was really special. Yeah. I think this is the first time, actually. Yeah, this is very unique. And up to that point, that was probably the most special flight that I've ever had. And I think this is going to be just as special today. I do not personally have a military background, but I come from a military family. My husband was a fighter pilot in the Navy. So I've got, my brother-in-law was in the Marines, so we've covered almost all the bases. I was lucky enough to run into the family at the hotel, so I got to ride the van with them and sit in the lounge and just hang out and talk to them. And they showed me pictures of the funeral from the day before yesterday. And I will be planeside with them when they onload Mr. Higgins and when they offload as well. And I'll just make a little special PA. But today is not about me, it's about them. So I'm just here to support. And actually, I just have to say the whole Fallen Soldier program is so well orchestrated, and it's so well staffed, and it's really an amazing team effort. And I'm just one piece in this. It's really, it's all of us. Yeah. There are so many things that we do for the military. We love to hire military folks, I know that. We have special boarding for the military. Then there's the Fallen Soldier program. There's Yeah. We love our military people. So the interesting thing is that when he went to Honolulu, nobody knew. Nobody knew who he was. There was nothing special. And so when he came down that day, nobody knew who he was. There was nothing special planned. And I saw that garrison cap and I talked to him and I said, this is not okay. We're not going to let this flight go without some sort of an honor. There are so few Pearl Harbor survivors left. And it was the 80th anniversary. He was 100 years old. I mean, it was by the grace of God that he lived to 102. So we had to make that day special. And again, that was a whole team that rallied to make that happen. It was awesome.
You know, this whole journey since my grandfather has died has been incredible to see the honor and respect. But it's been, since he passed away a week and a half ago, it's been go, go, go. And so it wasn't until today that I truly allowed myself to kind of get emotional about seeing him and seeing his casket taken onto this plane. I mean, Alaska Airlines, I've been blown away by the way they've respected him, the way they've taken care of us, every step. You guys have come up with everything for us, and we haven't had to worry or think about anything. It's been such an honor to fly on this plane with our incredible pilot, who that backstory is just amazing. You know, that she had already flown Grants before. But I mean, today has been just so incredibly special for our family. Just amazing. Oh gosh, I don't even know what's going to happen. I mean, I believe we get to go onto the tarmac again and join my family, my brother who's driven down to go see him, and to be able to say kind of that final goodbye as he comes out and is honored one last time. It's such a moving experience to see a casket with a flag on it, because you know that is a veteran that saved or that sacrificed his life for so many other people. So I know once again I'll be moved to tears to see that take place. Oh, I love my grandfather. He was so humble, quiet, but he had a sense of humor, man. He had those one-liners that kept us all laughing. And he just was so proud of his service for our country, and really, really wanted to share his story with other people, because he always said freedom isn't free. You know, if we lose it, it's impossible to get it back. So he wanted to make sure that his story was shared with especially students, that we don't repeat the mistakes of our past. And so but I mean, he was just later in life, as he's like this older gentleman, it was just sweet moments with him that we had. As he was more homebound, so were we, as we were caregiving for him. And it was more like tea parties with my daughter, or playing ball with my son, or family dinners, or we're talking about highs and lows. It was just a beautiful experience to be with him. Well, I just want to say thank you to Alaska Airlines for this experience, and for allowing us to be on this incredible plane that honors their veterans. I mean, you guys go beyond. I mean, it is just incredible to be a part of this experience. I just want to say thank you.
My name is Daniel Brosh. I'm a LAX-based OJTI. I am the spokesperson for the Fallen Soldier Program of Alaska Airlines. Moments like today mean a lot to me and everyone in the Fallen Soldier Program, because we are invested in honoring our military to the utmost, as much as we possibly can. We know that they've sacrificed. We know that their family sacrificed. And to us, that means a lot. We know our freedom didn't get to be here without them, especially on moments like today when you have a veteran like Richard Higgins, Pearl Harbor survivor, wonderful family. It's only right that you do the right thing. The Fallen Soldier Program was created by maintenance and engineering when we seen that there was a need for change. It was brought to the company, and the company said that we'll support it, you manage it, and from that point on it's grown to be what it is today, which is an unparalleled process in our industry. We deliver carts to everywhere that we fly into. That's our goal. And we donate these carts to the care and custody, well, it's in Alaska's care and custody, but to the airfield, so that any carrier on the airfield can use it. We like to think of putting competition down on a day like this and everybody coming together and uniting for the sake of the fallen and their family. I've been part of this for quite some time, since like 2014, and we've delivered many carts all the way to DC. Hawaii did the 75th commemoration of the bombing of Pearl Harbor. We sat at the luncheon with Governor Ige and some of these 100-year-old veterans, and got to hear their stories, and their stories are pretty good stories. They have a lot of wisdom, and when you talk about sacrifice and what ultimately drug the United States of America into World War II was the bombing of Pearl Harbor. So these are very relevant things that we do. We also get to meet and interact with the families and let them know that our company and this program cares for them and their deceased family member. And I think that they know that. I have family members that contact me from 10 years back that are just grateful. They ask, why do we do this? And we tell them, because your loved one deserved it, they earned it. And Alaska Airlines and the family, and when I say the family, every facet of our company is involved in this, and we come together for this purpose. We implement it, but flight attendants, pilots, routing, operations, every facet of this company comes together for this, and it's good to see. It strengthens us as a company, I think. But that's pretty much what it is that we do, dealing with the remains of deceased veterans and their families. And we're honored to do it. It's a privilege to us to be able to give back. So that's the premise of what we do.